Good day, my friends. Walter here. It's now about a day and a half later from the last time I was down here in the shop, and it has occurred to me that I didn't turn off my blue light. So them two brand new 6-volt batteries have burned all night, flashing away. I'm going to have to go get some more batteries. You can bet on that. It was not an intentional thing. I forgot to turn it off. Usually I just turn off the main lights and trot up the steps and get out of here. It's probably not the first time I left it turned on. Let's see. Let's go pull something out of the box. First of all, these two walkie-talkies. Midland 75-515 FRS transceiver. I think I probably bought them down to Radio Shack or somewhere. And they were pretty good walkie-talkies. Now I mentioned that they were heavy because they had batteries in it. Well, turns out it had nickel-cadmium rechargeable batteries in it. They haven't leaked or anything. I'm going to have to search this house up and down to find my well, that one's damaged. My AAA AA battery charger. I got a little charger for a camera somewhere that charges AA batteries 2 at a time. But I could always just buy some AA batteries, penlight batteries, and put in it. So we're going to do a project pretty soon on see if these things are still working. They should be. They were working when they were put away. Went up there this morning and dragged this out of a box. This is 2 old walkie-talkies that I don't know if they ever work or not, but they weren't. They're real cheapos. Made by, well, it says Cobra. Even got a book. But these were bought at an auction somewhere. Looks like it's got a headphones. I don't expect these are going to work very good at all because I don't know how they were taken care of or who had them. Probably some kids. But I can tinker with them in the same project. How come every time I'm making a video that driveway alarm's got to go off? That's not intentional. Alright, I don't know whether to show you what's in this box or what I found in the box over here first. We might as well start right here. What we have here is an old railroad lock. A Yale lock. It says Southern Railway, S-O-U-R-Y. This happens to be a box of keys. I'm hoping somewhere in that box of keys I can find a key to fit this lock. There's some numbers on the bottom of this block. 2.23.3 something. There's an item we can hang over here in the railroad corner. First we're going to sit here and thumb through some keys. Alright, where to begin? Why I say that, that's the old ignition key I took off my boat. Never know. Throw nothing away that you might be able to use. More than once I've had something I didn't think I needed. Threw it out. Not long thereafter I discovered I should have saved it. Well, there's a few keys here. There's an extra boat key. Can't be the one from my boat or it wouldn't be laying in here. All right, what do we got that looks like railroad keys? Ford keys to a Ford I no longer own. It looks like a door key. Oh, wait a minute. I think that key might fit a... I ain't got a clue what it fits. Couldn't be nothing too fancy. It says Taiwan. Wait a minute, that looks like a railroad key. Gotta be so lucky as to find it on the first key. Great. Damn battery, box full of corrosion. The reason I'm trying to protect my hand is, you see this Band-Aid right here? That comes with a story. I might as well share it with you. The other day, my wife was cooking something upstairs and she wanted to cook a rutabaga. And she can't cut through the rutabaga because it's hard. I mean, rutabaga is a round vegetable, about that big around. And it's really hard. It's kind of in the turnip family or cabbage family or something. And you got to peel them and then chop them up in little pieces and boil them. And just like you're going to mash potatoes, you can mash them rutabagas up, and they're pretty darn tasty. Well, I was asked to dice up that rutabaga, or at least half it for her, and she could get it in manageable pieces where she could chop it up herself. Well, I went and dug in the drawer. Most of the good knives are in the dishwasher, getting washed or something. Well, I went to the knife rack and picked out a little Perry knife and tried to cut away on that, and it wouldn't even hardly penetrate the darn thing. I went and got a big butcher knife. What can I use for demonstration purposes? Wasn't as big as a stick, but it probably was that long anyway. Well, I lay that rutabaga up there, put my hand on it, and I pushed down really hard. I got it on a paper plate because I don't want to chop the counter. Blam! It slams through and cuts the rutabaga in half. So I put the two halves on two separate paper plates, line it up again, and go to mashing down. Well, somehow my thumb got underneath that corner of that knife. I don't know why. But I pushed it down with a mighty, and it went through that potato. But I thought, oh God, I done cut off my thumb. That's what I said. I cut my thumb off. I grabbed it like that because I felt it when it cut. And I don't know how you are, but usually if I hurt myself, I don't want to look at it right away. I've got to calm my brain down a little bit and think about it, you know. What am I going to find when I pull my hand off of there? So finally I pulled it off and looked, and it's cut. I can show you on this thumbnail. It's cut about that far down into the thumbnail. In fact, if my thumbnail wasn't there, I probably would have cut my thumb off, but my thumbnail slowed the pressure down enough to stop the knife. And I really got lucky. I spent 2 or 3 days now keeping it Neosporin on there. I didn't feel it was quite deep enough to need some stitches. It didn't bleed too awful long, but it's a good 1/2 inch deep, and probably cut through 1/3 of the way through the corner of my thumb, this area here where the quick is, and that little soft tissue right there where the calluses are. Now this injury here is healing up. I got stuck by a drill bit down here the other day. I'm accidentally looking for a place to happen. But you got to hold the chuck and reverse the motor with the electric cordless drill to get it to release the drill bit. and somehow it slipped or hung up and the drill bit flung out and stuck me right in the darn thumb. Over here, I told you about last week when I was getting down off the workbench and got hung on the nails. That's healing up nice. So I'm just a walking injury here this morning. This is about healed up enough that I think I'm out of the woods. And pretty soon I'll be able to just quit using the Band-Aid, but I'm going to give it another day or two to make sure it mended good. Back to my key research. Should put on a rubber glove, that's what I should do. Famous last words. This WD-40 might soak right into my boo-boo. There's a lot of truth in that fact that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Whoever thought that up was thinking. I don't know what this lock was last used on the railroad. Probably one of my lockers or one of my truck's cabinets or something. Could be off a railroad switch, I don't remember. Where did I put that railroad, what I think is a Yale railroad key? Feels like it's all gummed up. It's probably been out in the weather for a long time. Well, I haven't tried to turn it yet, but it's definitely going in all the way. Probably ain't gonna fit. Oh, it turned. Hot dog, we ain't got to search through all these keys. It helps to have a pretty good memory. I thought that might be it. All right, we gotta somehow keep this key with that lock. So let's see about installing it right to that chain. And it'll go with the lock wherever it winds up in history. Lord knows I ain't never going to be working at the railroad again. At one time, these were used on switches with the railroad. Oh, that's bent. No wonder I was having trouble putting it in there. I've used that key so much it's bent. I wonder if I should try to straighten it or leave it alone. Funny how one project always leads to another one. I thought it was gummed up. Where's my hammer? Watch me hit my sore thumb. Now it's bent the other way. All right, Joe, are you going to work any better? Look at that. Went in much better. Lock needs more lubrication. It's not popping open good. I guess in reality you should be using graphite in a lock instead of WD-40. I ain't got no graphite right now. I used to keep a tube of graphite to use on my railroad locks. We'll give all that WD-40 time to roll around in there. I think we might as well give it a good squirt. had my air hose set up in there, I would blow the stuff up in there. I guess before I actually quit, I need to go ahead and get my key attached to the chain. It's getting there. I don't know, there's always a chance there's another key like that in there somewhere. I might thumb through these keys a little bit and see what they... Yeah, a lot of these were railroad locks. $37.47. I think we used them at the local yard one time. No telling what Ford that fits. I've had a lot of Fords over the years. Well, do I have another snap ring here I could use? Oh, these are for the Oldsmobile out in the backyard. Oh, here's a good item. That's for that's for the old Chevy truck I had in the backyard and sold to somebody. Got an Operation Lifesaver key ring. That'd be a good thing to put the key on. Walmart. Here's a Norfolk Southern key ring with a buku of the keys. There's another railroad lock switch key. Oh boy, that one fits in there so good. That one's been so used so much it's still shiny. Alright, I got two of those keys. It is a beautiful Saturday and I'm still in the house. I should be out there doing something. Still kind of chilly though. Me getting over this cold, I'm not too anxious to get out there and overdo it. Look at that, another proud addition to my railroad corner. I'm going to run out of a wall. Definitely going to run out of nails in the wall. I have to find one that and install it. Give it mark. Didn't feel like it hit any wood, but it's pretty steady, so I guess it did. Operation Lifesaver. If you're not familiar with Operation Lifesaver, I participated in their program quite a bit. We would go out and watch railroad crossings and talk to truck drivers and explain to them the safety of stopping and looking when a train is coming. Go to various companies and talk to them. I've been in several industries and talked to them about their truck drivers. And they seem to appreciate the safety talk.